Ladies and gentlemen, we have your new champion in the red corner, Ivana Singh. Cage side, please. All officials to cage side. Thank you.
Yeah. Feel that check now. Yeah. Shonda Paul. So me go so then. Well, I don't really care what people say. I don't really watch what them want do. Still I got to stick to my girls like glue. And I might not play number two. All I know the time is just getting jet. Need a lot of trees up in my head. Got a lot of dental in my bed to run that real. Well, I know flicker girl, them on the road, them got the goody. One thing me have to tell them, don't they got the woody. Front way, back way, cut the came on off and shove it. Virgin, them want give me, and me have to took it. Hot girls out the road, I say them see me. And I tell me, say them have something for give me. And what time I night, them all a dream about the Jimmy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cage Warriors Academy Southeast number 25. Are we ready to see some awesome fights this evening? No, you got to be louder than that. Are you ready to see some awesome fights? That's better. All right, ladies and gents, we're going to move on to our first fight this evening. This is a bout in the 170 pounds division in the amateur MMA. What we're going to do first, we're going to welcome into the cage an independent fighter in the blue corner. His name, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the cage, Marcus Andre Hovda. His opponent in the red corner, fighting out of Fight Sport UK. Welcome into the cage, Thomas Mahakuk.
Spokojnie, Majer, spokojnie, kurwa! Majer, spokojnie, co ty robisz? Nawet podwójny lewy! Wysoko ręce, kurwa! Ręce wysoko! Ręce wysoko, patrz co się dzieje! Lewy! Podejdź do niego, podejdź! Bij, kurwa! Boksuj! Lewy, prawy, dawaj! Lewy! Boksuj! Lewy, prawy! Zachodzi cię, rób coś! Idź! Majer, boksuj! Boksujesz! Dawaj, Majer! Dawaj, prawy, lewy, prawy! Dawaj, Majer, nie bój się! Dobrze, cały czas, jeszcze raz! Dawaj! Dawaj, seria, 5 osób, lewy, prawy! Tak jest! To jest tu, wysoko ręce! Wyżej ręce! Wyżej łokcie, wąsko łokcie! I lewy, prawy, dawaj! Nie ma czasu! Dawaj, Majer, lewy, prawy! Dawaj, wysoko prawa ręka! Wysoko prawa! Wyżej ręce! Podwójny lewy, dawaj! Majer, dawaj, lewy! Dawaj! Majer! Bo ci zachodzi, zajdzie cię zaraz! Boksuj! Nie daj mu się ustawiać! Boksuj! Trzymaj te ręce wyżej! Trzymaj gardę! Pilnuj brzucha! Garda, Majer, bo nie trzymasz w ogóle gardy! Łokcie węsko! Boksuj! Lewy, prawy! Dobrze, Majer! Tak! Dawaj, Power Bomba! Aj, bij, kurwa! Bij, jest boksuj! Majer! Zaraz się runda skończy, musisz naznaczyć rundę! Uważaj na kopnięcie.
Starta.
Lewy, dawaj, Majer. Majer, dawaj.
40 sekunder! Øker vi litt grann i siste nå. Har du det? Yes, det siste nå. 30 sekunder! Må legge litt press på den.
Majer.
Yes, det er bra. Her, ja.
Fortsett med de. Yes. Bra.
Majer,
Fint med
boksuj.
slag nå. 20 sekunder!
Boksuj.
1-2 og så lavspark.
Lewy, idźcie.
1-2
Dawaj, Majer.
lavspark. Nie ma akkurat bitt sammen. 1-2 lavspark.
Ustawiacie. Boksuj. Obalaj teraz. Teraz obalaj. Majer, obalaj, kurwa. Obalaj. Obal teraz szybko, Majer. Obal.
Nå kommer han til å place.
Chodź na nogach. Cały czas skaczesz i boksuj.
Nie ma AKB.
Chodź na nogach. Chodź, nie stoisz w miejscu. Ale boksuj. Trzymaj te ręce porządnie. Wyżej ręce.
Det er litt lett å lede. Bevege
Wyżej
seg.
ręce, będzie.
Yes.
Yes, det er bra.
Boksuj. Boksuj. Dawaj.
Fortsett med det, og så kommer sparka etter hvert.
Odejdź i boksuj. Dawaj, boksuj.
Bra!
I o to chodzi, Majer. Dawaj jeszcze raz to samo. Jeszcze raz to. Tak jest. Dawaj, to jest to. Dawaj cały czas go jedź tak.
Han er også
Jedź
åpen
go
på
cały
venstre
czas
flanke, og han
tam.
kommer inn.
Dawaj, Majer. Wygramy to. Dawaj. Dawaj, jedź cały czas ciosy. On nie ma na to.
Steppe litt mot høyre og
Ale co?
sette
Popraw prawy.
venstre kroppspark.
Lewy, prawy.
Når
Dawaj.
han kommer inn.
4 ciosy, Majer. Wyprowadź 4 ciosy. Lewy, prawy, lewy. O!
Så må du
Dawaj,
starte litt.
wysoko ręce. Wyżej ręce i boksuj. I teraz
Aktiv nå.
bliżej, żeby nie mógł kopać.
1 minutt
Bliżej,
av første.
Majer. Tak jest. Ale dołóż prawy.
Jeg vil
Dawaj.
committe litt mer med slagene dine av og til.
Dawaj, lewy i prawy. Dobrze.
Ja, det er
Ale
nydelig.
boksuj, Majer. Boksuj ci.
Der kan du svare.
Dawaj.
Yes!
Dawaj,
Den
Majer.
kjempen! Den
Boksuj.
kjempen!
Teraz
Nå
musisz.
vil vi sette opp armene dine nå, så er han der
Jeszcze
igjen.
raz.
Jab, low kick.
Dawaj.
Slaget er ingenting.
Dobrze, Majer. Boksuj.
Ser på.
Og rett ut slagene dine.
Lewy, prawy.
De sparka sitter.
Lewy,
tak
prawy,
jest.
Majer.
Nie.
Dawaj, on ma
Halvveis.
chłopcy.
90
Dawaj.
sekunder igjen.
Jab og lavsparket.
Dawaj, robisz go, Majer, ty
I
boksuj,
sitter.
tylko boksuj. Dobrze. Dawaj, lewy, dawaj.
1-2.
Dołóż
Kom
ten
igjen.
prawy,
1-2.
dołóż prawy wchodzi.
Nie ma akkurat 1-2.
Uważaj na obalenie, uważaj, bo się czai na obalenie. Lewy, prawy. Dołóż prawy. Majer, dołóż prawy.
Bare litt mer aktiv her nå.
Du må starte litt mer.
Wysoko ręce, Majer. Wysoko
Starte
ręce.
litt mer. Kjøre ditt game.
Lewy, prawy. Majer, lewy, prawy.
Reagerer litt mer på deg.
Uważaj na lewą nogę.
1 minutt.
Boksuj, że Majer, tej więcej
Må
ciosów.
vi presse litt nå. Yes, der er først. Der, ja. Jep. Kom
Skal
igjen.
vi ta
Kutta litt. Kutta mer.
Majer, spokojnie.
på?
Majer, Majer, przygotuj się na obalenie. Majer, szykuj się na obalenie.
Lave, og så kommer en
Nie
opp.
czekaj go,
Lave
jak
en opp.
będziesz szedł do obalać.
Go.
Trzeba wygrać rundę, Majer. Przygotowuj obalenie.
Og så går det opp.
Majer.
Så går det opp på venstre.
Yes!
Obalaj, kurwa! Obalaj, Majer! Obalaj teraz! Masz go, Majer!
Vi skal kutte den av nå.
Obal go, Majer!
Jab, high kick.
Igjen. Igjen.
Jab, high kick.
Wysoko ręce!
Kom igjen. 10 sekunder.
Obalaj! Obalaj, kurwa! Majer! Dawaj na ziemi go! Posadź go! Majer, nie czekaj!
Bra. Bra.
through the entry, because it was really nice off the scramble. You knew what you were looking for. You controlled the posture. Really nice finish.
Yeah, so I was playing a bit of a rope-a-dope game in the first round. I could feel him burning out, trying to go for subs. My submission defence is there. Training with SBG UK, Manchester, my coach Matt Inman, I'm with the best. So no one can sub me out there. So I burned him out a little bit. Then as soon as I felt his grip going, I knew that clock angle there all day.
What's next for you moving forward?
Well, I think that idiot Dean Truman on the internet the other week calling me a nobody, that's annoyed me. So I'm going to have a little break now. I'm going to do the Paris Open in May, IBJJF. I'll be back ready for June the 20th, so if he's out of his fight in April, I'm ready for him then, and let's get it done.
Look forward to it, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner, Stephen Hooper!
Stephen Hooper calling out the former champion Dean Truman for our London event in June. That will be an incredible contest in the lightweight division. But it's marked one down on the board for Manchester this evening. Stephen Hooper doing his city proud. And we will be wasting no time here on our Cage Warriors 112 prelims. It's bantamweight action up next. Johan Sagas and Nathan Fletcher.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next battle takes place in the Cage Warriors bantamweight division and is brought to you by Apex Fightwear. Please welcome your first fighter, making the walk to the cage in the blue corner, Johan the Silencer Sagas.
Well, we move on to the penultimate contest of our Cage Warriors 112 prelims here, Josh. And another fighter making his way to the Cage Warriors cage from the fighting country of France, coming out of MMA Factory. And how many times have we seen an MMA Factory fighter come in and upset the apple cart?
Yeah, absolutely. Johan Sagas is quite a specimen. Physically, this guy's an absolute monster. At this weight class, he really is. 25 years old, 3-0 as a professional. Just the one TKO win, that was back in his pro debut. Took him just 27 seconds there. Very physical, good wrestler. We've seen him once before, I think, Cage Warriors 103, took a decision win over Mac Promeny. An odd pro career, I think, really. Got a TKO win. Looking for another performance here, and Cage Warriors is the stage for him to do it.
Yeah, certainly, if nothing else, one of the things you have to say about Johan Sagas is that this guy is a physical specimen. He's a 135-pound fighter with the torso of a He-Man action figure.
I shared a cab with him from the airport yesterday, and I was just like, oh, I feel so inadequate.
I was going to say, presumably you sat in the front, right? There was no room on the back seat.
Yeah, that was it, broad shoulders. Yeah, look at this, 135-pounder.
Yeah, if Johan Sagas says it's Tuesday as far as I'm concerned. A wrestling background as well, so it's going to be interesting to see if he looks to take down Nathan Fletcher here tonight. Fletcher, of course, coming out of next gen in Liverpool, so you'd have to assume a great jiu-jitsu game. So let's see if Sagas is going to look to use that wrestling background to be aggressive and be forthcoming, or if he's going to use that wrestling in reverse and look to bang with Fletcher on the feet.
Yeah, because I mean, he's got the heavy hands to go with it, you know. He's got the physicality gives him power when he chains it together well. So it's just going to be how he performs on the night here. I think it's a really interesting bout stylistically for him. And, you know, as you say, the guys from this particular gym and this particular country are always entertaining.
You know, he calls himself the Silencer, and he's had experience going into other people's backyards and silencing the crowds. And of course, we're not in Liverpool tonight, but we're not too far away. Nathan Fletcher, the hometown fighter for all intents and purposes. Let's see if Johan Sagas can silence the crowd here in England.
Opponents making the walk to the cage in the red corner, Nathan Fletcher.
Well, you want to to talk about getting that hometown pop. Nathan Fletcher from Liverpool coming out to the Happy Mondays in Manchester, just trying to cover all bases here. But this young man told us he's brought an absolute army of fans with him. And if you look at the crowd here in Manchester, we know he's not telling porkies.
Yeah, look at that, getting really fired up by his supporters. Cage side here, Nathan Fletcher, he's 22 years old. Currently undefeated as a professional at 2-0. Both of those wins coming by submission, and both of them on Cage Warriors shows. The most recently, just back in November, picked up that second round rear naked choke over Kieran Mulholland. Good amateur career as well, though. You know, so many of these guys, they get all the wrinkles out of the way at amateur. 6-1 was his amateur record.
Just undergoing final instructions there at the Apex Fightwear prep point. And after one of the most impressive amateur careers we've seen in recent years on the circuit, accumulating, of course, in that huge fight against Jack Elgin at Cage Warriors 100 in Wales just over about a year and a half ago. He's now making his mark on the professional ranks. Perfect thus far. A win over another very, very decorated amateur in Kieran Mulholland, as you say, Josh. But you kind of get the feeling that this fight, close to home, could be the one that starts to get people talking about Nathan Fletcher.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall. Official weight 133.2 pounds. He is fighting out of Hendy in France and brings into the cage an unblemished mixed martial arts record of 3 wins. He introduces to you Johan the Silencer Segas. Standing opposite him in the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. Official weight 135.4 pounds. He is fighting out of Southport in England and brings into the cage a perfect mixed martial arts record of 2 wins. Introducing to you Nathan Fletcher. Your referee in charge of the action begins, Mr. Mark Goddard.
Referee Mark Goddard about to get this one underway. 3 5-minute rounds if they need them in the Cage Warriors bantamweight division. Johan Segas in the short black tie shorts. Nathan Fletcher in the black trunks.
So Segas out fast there. Shorter opponent, but very long arms on the body of Segas.
And if he does put that wrestling background to good use, that height disadvantage may not be a disadvantage at all, Josh.
No, just get underneath easier. Really trying to work his way in with some big shots here, though.
Have to watch the counter punching of Fletcher here.
Yeah, Fletcher staying very, very composed, nice and tight on those strikes.
It's going to be a huge advantage finding out of a gin like Next Generation, and you look round and you've got the likes of Chris Fishgold, Molly McCann, Paddy Pimblett, and the many, many other pro and amateur fighters that have competed on Cage Warriors before. They all have made this walk numerous times. They know what to expect. So the preparation there, especially when they're all preparing for big fights, must be absolutely first class for the young guys like Nathan Fletcher.
Yeah, absolutely. He's staying very nice and tight. Good rotation on those strikes, finishing them with the kicks. Always like that exclamation point on the end of the combinations. Segas definitely going to have to keep that right hand up.
Segas already marked up around the eye.
Beautiful timing.
Lead leg kicked out from right underneath him. 2 nice sharp shots from Fletcher to follow up.
Caught him on the bounce, didn't he? Right as the leg was trying to come down. Fletcher with the head position and the body lock here. Good lift.
Big takedown from Fletcher, and the crowd here in Manchester showing their appreciation.
Yeah, up against his own corner as well. Got a really good underhook here on that right side to help him pass to the left if he chooses to. Doesn't have to though, he's sitting half guard and pin and punch as well.
Fletcher certainly dispelling any notion that Segas would have any kind of wrestling advantage coming into this one.
Yeah, Segas trying to get that back onto the cage. You see him posting up, and again, that cross wrist grip through the back is horrible. The smart from Fletcher, dismounting.
Oh, solid shots from Fletcher here. Johan Segas does not like these. Mark Goddard taking a close look already. Fletcher firing away with that left hand.
Yeah, Segas can't free his right arm. That's what's stopping it.
It's over. Fletcher stops Johan Segas in the very first round. And the BEC arena goes absolutely wild. What a finish from Nathan Fletcher.
This is positionally really good. Got his hips in the right position to stay attached. That cross grip, you'll see here, as soon as that right arm comes behind, pins that right arm of Segas. It's just free reign. Keeps the hips heavy the whole time. Segas just can never recover that arm, and there's only so much blocking you can do with a left arm when you can't rotate the position and move your hips. And what a flurry!
We heard the corner say, carry on. They didn't want Fletcher to stop. And the young man from Southport, England, was absolutely relentless. Did not let up for a second. Didn't give Johan Segas an inch. No room to breathe. And a very, very pumped Nathan Fletcher takes the next step in his pro career here at Cage Warriors Manchester. 3 wins, no defeats. What a moment for this young man from Next Generation. Let's throw it to our MC in the cage, Mr. Hal Chaplin, and he will make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Mr. Mark Goddard, call a stop to this bout after 2 minutes and 36 seconds of round number 1, declaring your winner by way of TKO in the red corner, Nathan Fletcher.
A very happy Nathan Fletcher celebrates in the cage as well he might. And he will join my broadcast colleague, Mr. Josh Palmer.
I'm here with our winner, Nathan Fletcher. Nathan, we'll get to that fantastic handiwork in a minute, but you said you were going to bring a fair few fans into the house, and you didn't disappoint.
I've not done bad. What's happening? Yeah. Manchester as well, played for Liverpool. Thank you for all coming. Made up.
So look, let's go through the fight there, because you stayed very calm and composed, but boy, when you got that wrist grip, you just went to town.
I knew it was on. I had my corner saying, keep on it. The referee was saying, I want you out of there. I know that means he's nearly done. Just stayed on it, let rip. Kept going with the left hand, got the stoppage. Made up. 3 stoppages now, 3 fights.
Well, you say that, 3 stoppages, 3 fights. Where are we going to find the 4th? What's next for you?
We're going to go London in June, on the 20th of June. There's a spinner card announced, so I definitely want to get on that. Go 4-0, 4 stoppages. 3 stoppages now, 3 fights.
Undefeated
so far as well.
Well, you say that, 3 stoppages, 3 fights. Where are we going to find the 4th? What's next for you?
We're going to go London in June, on the 20th of June. There's a spinner card announced, so I definitely want to get on the pitch. 3 stoppages now, 3 fights.
3 stoppages, 3 fights.
Years of age, 3-0 against undefeated opponents every time out. On top of a stellar amateur career, he may just have one of the best foundations in the UK right now of any professional prospect. What a performance from the man from Next Generation Liverpool. Well, without further ado, it's time for our featured prelim here at Cage Warriors Manchester. Jonas Magard taking on the Nightmare, Liam Gittins, right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our final preliminary bout of the evening, taking place in the Cage Warriors Bantamweight division, brought to you by Apex Fightwear. Please welcome your first fighter, making the walk to the cage in the blue corner. Introducing Jonas
Well, Josh, it's time for our featured preliminary bout here in Manchester. And Magard taking on the Nightmare. Liam Gittins and Jonas Magard making a return to Cage Warriors. He's a man we've seen in the cage before, and he's a man who's impressed us every time.
Yeah, Jonas Magard, 27 years old, from Copenhagen. Big record so far, 10-4-0, a lot of experience coming to this one. 1 TKO, but 7 subs, and here's what I want you to know about the 7 subs. Of those, 5 of them are a Japanese necktie, and let me tell you, if you've never seen one, it's a great submission. It takes a lot of technique and a lot of strength to put it on. You really don't see many, outside of Matt Bonnell. You know, how many do we really see? So, kind of gnarly that he's got that many on his record. Won 9 of his last 10 bouts as well, so really bringing some momentum, incredibly accomplished, and you know, this is a tough fight for his opponent Liam Gittins.
These Scandinavian guys just hate people's necks, don't they? They're always twisting them into weird and wonderful positions. You know, Jonas Magard coming into this contest, Josh, 10 wins against 4 losses, and he's had a pretty stunning run of form of late. This is a guy who's not thinking past Liam Gittins, of course, but has got to be thinking towards the top end of this division now.
Yeah, the one thing I'm curious about, and I didn't get a chance to talk to him about this, is he hasn't fought for about 18 months. I'm not sure why, but, you know, also, how much more can you progress in 18 months? It's, you know, it's going to be interesting to see what version of Jonas Magard we see tonight.
Yeah, he said he believes he's one of the best in Europe at this weight. He's going to get a chance to prove it against Liam Gittins here tonight in Manchester.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your next fighter, making the walk to the cage in this penultimate prelim, making the walk to the red corner, Leon.